Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. We're continuing our video series, which is designed to educate our viewing audience. And we're going to talk about a very interesting topic today, so please subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to talk about proper supervision. The context of this discussion is that two people get divorced, they have a child. One person who has a child gives parenting time to the other, and then there's a complaint that the level of supervision exercised by the other parent is inadequate. Now, what do you do about that? Well, first of all, before we solve the problem, we have to understand what the problem really is. If there's a problem that one person doesn't like the way the other person exercises supervision, that may or may not be something that is a function of parenting time approach, and it may or may not be something that the court would even get involved in, because look, there are some people who are helicopter their kids and are like on top of them all the time, and some people have a different approach when it comes to supervision. And a lot of times you'll see married couples, and they'll bring their kids to these like indoor play places, like these jumping places, okay? And I see this all the time. You'd see one parent actually go into the play recreation item with the kid, and then the other parent just sitting at some table eating a pretzel and drinking a Coke, or working on their computer. In other words, if those two people were to get divorced, what would happen? Well, if they did that, then the one who's going in would continue to do so, and the one who's on the computer just providing casual observation, he or she would continue to do so. Would there be a complaint, though? I don't like the way you're supervising the kids. You're not watching them carefully enough. Or on the flip side, the response would be, well, I'm watching them fine. You're just crazy about it. And that's your issue, not my issue. So where do we draw the line? I will tell you this. The court is very receptive to the idea that there are different parenting styles. There are different approaches, and one may not be right or wrong. The question is, when somebody says the kids aren't being properly supervised, what's the result? If the kids aren't being properly supervised, and as a result some kid was hurt, then the court is going to want to go into what happened. Was it an accident that might have occurred under the best of circumstances, under the best supervision? Or was it something that was an avoidable consequence had somebody been paying better attention? I read a horrible article not long ago about this young couple in Florida they were at a park, and there was a little man-made lake or something like that, and they were just sitting there, and they were on this bench, and their child was literally at arm's distance, just right behind them, and walking around, but between the bench and the water, and there was an alligator in the water, and the child was attacked and severely injured, and the parents were literally right there. So the question becomes, sometimes even under the best of circumstances, a crazy, freaky thing can happen. I would tell you that if the court believes that the lack of supervision is stylistic, it's probably something you should call your lawyer about and find out whether or not he or she thinks it's something to make an issue of. If the court, however, thinks that the unsupervision is resulting in something bad or something untoward may happen, like the kids are being left alone in the house at a very tender age, no supervision at all, then the court will likely intervene. If you're not sure what the situation is with your case, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.